All right, brickbat. This is crazy, and no one in chat's gonna believe this, but we're actually live.
Oh, we're live? I thought I was in the past. That's crazy.
We're live.
It's like a twist, where like you were talking with like a ghost and the ghost was like, "Oh, I've actually been dead the whole time." But like they were a ghost so you knew it but you didn't believe it with your heart. But then they were dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We might be lying, but if someone
What if we
completely
are?
unrelated to us says it in chat, then it's real. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
gonna
what if
say
what
that.
if we
Dr.
lied?
Bebop.
What
Yeah.
if we
What
lied
if
and
we?
we
Anyway,
Yeah.
heading into this game, Groundhog Day, the logo with motion blur issues. If you take a look at the core for a little bit too long, you start to get dizzy. I'm starting to get dizzy right now, but that Sorcerer Supreme flopped up there with an early KO, and they're playing the Aragoli. The Aragoli looking pretty nice.
W Aragola, I think it's an incredibly strong pick this patch, and Serapi kind of proving us right, or proving us, yeah, they're proving us right by scoring with the assistance of the Aragoli, I think. Looking at the Awakenings here as well, specialized training is going to be pretty strong, I think. Not having that spark scaling can be potentially problematic if the draft order does not go your way, but I think in a lot of situations where the Kazan could be picked off, the X, or sorry, I'm sorry, the Now could be picked off as well. I think that spec training on Spring Rolls can be potentially very problematic.
Definitely a possibility here. We'll have to be very careful around the X, especially near the edge. Same with the Kazan as well, and the NATO coming in. A lot of energy being burned by Groundhog Day to stay alive in that corner there. And Spring Rolls is incredibly low. Serapi as well on the other side. A good flip forward, but no one there to follow it up. And EBOY Entourage, they're really not getting this early barrier pressure that they got last point.
Agreed. Sphinx here with a flip as well. This is going to be incredibly good here, but crazy flop, crazy flip from Sorcerer Supreme. That completely stun locked me for a second. Spring Rolls takes advantage of a moment of confusion. X Maximus sinks this in, so W Spring Rolls, right place at the right time, despite all the stagger, able to get that presence of mind in order to get that point.
Yeah, and well, one berry taken very, very early here. And really, Groundhog Day exemplifying Groundhog Day itself. The early bird does get the worm as Spring Rolls is looking to score this goal here to build up a bit of a lead in this first set.
Yeah, what if we just like lied though? Like, what if we just lied? Like, what if we were like, what if we said something like not like close, but not like we teased it, like the whole time? Like, we said something like I don't know, the early worm. All right, I can't think of anything. It's too late, but you know what I mean. You get what I mean. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, brickbat and Sai. We're here at midnight Eastern as we're casting this game, and we are casting Spring Rolls getting yanked off stage. That man made a poor joke on stage, and now unfortunately the comedy club no longer wants him there.
Well, we'll see if this berry can be taken, but Sphinx taking out the goalie. Stepping a little bit too far back there, unfortunately, and Spring Rolls set up perfectly, but Serapi winning the strike war is necessary to get out of there for the moment. There's so much pressure, though, and that X Maximus is going to do a number on the health bar of the Kazan. Whoa, Spring Rolls, what a strike war win to the top side. Okay, 2-1.
Yeah, I think that was using the strike reset off of the end of X Maximus there. Good understanding there of what his character does. Able to get that goal, get the strike before I think even Sorcerer Supreme or Serapi even had the opportunity. And already, despite the air beam, getting a quick goalie barrier.
Yeah, and I think that the main thing is that the passing lanes aren't really open, right, for E-Boy Entourage. It kind of feels like Sphinx is doing a very good job of getting in between Serapi and Sorcerer Supreme. But right now, with the barriers down, they're looking to score, and there's the follow-up strike coming in. Point 0.5 approaching here as this matchup's getting pretty close.
Yeah, point 0.5 here on set number 1. What I'm looking at though is the slight energy advantage that Groundhog Day might be having in the situation. 3 flips just about to happen. 2 now that 1 evade has been burned by Spring Rolls, but this is going to be a huge disadvantage for the E-Boy Entourage. If they want to take the set, they're going to have to start making some outplays.
Yes, they do. Wipeout Ninja looking like they're very mobile at the moment. Lots of speed on that Asher goalie. Lots of coverage onto that one barrier. And on the other side, the Air is going to have to do a lot of work here. Good strikes by IDC out of the corner. But Sphinx burning the meter early, sniping it all the way through between two, right to Spring Rolls, who bull rushes in. Doesn't get the score the first time. Another strike war attempt, unsuccessful, well defended by EBOY Entourage. But they're permanently on the defense, it feels like. Constantly trying to interrupt this cross. Two members surrounding Sphinx, trying to find possession of the core here. But Groundhog Day. Oh! An instant flip attempt by Wipeout Ninja, instantly blocked by Sorcerer Supreme. And there's the X going down as well.
W Era getting a NATO as well, making this a power play. A little bit scary, though. This Asher still has all of the cooldowns to work with. And good interception here by Sphinx means that this offensive play might be stalled out.
Yeah, we'll see if they can convert. It's not going to be easy, as Spring Rolls is already taking so much damage. There's the flip for the KO. Sorcerer Supreme in the 1v1, but the barrier beam's a little bit better from Wipeout Ninja. And a passing play to the bottom side tried to make use of the Asher's weaknesses. The lack of coverage over the entire net, but the scoring attempts are unsuccessful so far. Wipeout Ninja continuing to defend. The pass splitter goes wide, but no one there to snipe the core. And good defense coming out from Sphinx as well to help out, but it's such a dangerous situation to be in. IDC still has that defensive flip available, and it's looking favorable for EBOY Entourage.
Yeah, flip on this IDC right now. Spring Rolls Bull Rush doesn't get the target that he wants. Is the core going dangerously close to these core right now? Good save by Wipeout Ninja on the maddening descent here by Sorcerer Supreme. Pull does not hit what it wants, but Serapi continuing this corner offense here. This Sphinx finally making the clear here downside. Wipeout Ninja as well with the flip. This could be potentially hard to get through. Sorcerer Supreme now looking to get a bit of a KO on Spring Rolls. The X Maximus is there as well to create some distraction. But Spring Rolls almost gets the strike, but IDC there just fast enough with the clear, but the piercing shot able to catch the clear on the top side. IDC no tools left in the box. The set after a very long point going the way of Groundhog Day.
And what a well-played set by Wipeout Ninja. Well-deserved set win for Groundhog Day as we approach this draft. Spark scaling coming in, and some scary awakenings, of course. The core speed potential, bulk up pretty overtuned at the moment, but I think that the goalie will be looking at something different here. Not too many speed awakenings, only the spark of agility and among titans, and the X getting bulk up is quite massive actually for Groundhog Day. That is one of the best awakenings on the patch going last.
Yeah, agreed. I think that this awakening has a lot of power. It's got oomph, right? It's got bang for the buck that it provides, right? It makes you harder to KO and makes you makes it easier for you to find KO, as right now Sorcerer Supreme going to be knocked out, a corner offense starting, and in this situation, this bonus power on the X can be so deadly, but now Sorcerer Supreme's back up. IDC now looking to walk forward. The beam is there before Spring Rolls could get the momentum going. Forward, top spin comes through from Sorcerer Supreme, able to get one barrier now, but Sphinx looking low, but able to participate, has an evade to work with. We'll see if Sorcerer Supreme can get a second barrier.
Yeah, but not against Wipeout Ninja. Instead, it Spring Rolls on the other end, but Serapi finds a KO while that offensive is attempted here. Wipeout Ninja, though, still has that flip available. Has his cake, gonna eat it too, gonna maybe type a message in the chat during his game, perhaps. As the barrier does go down, he probably shouldn't have typed. All good.
Yeah, all good. I think that right now what Wipeout Ninja needs to do is lock in and focus up. Whoa, right now I think that because IDC, you know how in Grand Blue if you alt-tab it messes up the frames? That's just what happened. This is because of Wipeout Ninja, and I think that Wipeout Ninja should really rethink his priorities here. And right now, the priority for Wipeout Ninja is actually going to be defending against Serapi. Sphinx forced to take out of this play. The pull does not yoink him in the black hole as the NATO finds a redirect here to Sorcerer Supreme. IDC now with a clear on the top side. Very good. Serapi, good. Now Mine able to find it. Takes out Wipeout Ninja. He's got to lock in right now. Go back to your game. Don't create any more distractions for yourself, and that's what's gonna go in the VODs. People aren't gonna remember certain aspects of this, except that.
Yeah, well, brickbat, it's 12:20 a.m. for me. We need to like have more fun with this. It's too late.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. That's so true.
It's too late to like
W.
not have fun. What's like that?
Yeah. Oh, I actually I had a stomach ache for the first time. I'm normally like a go. I actually like think that my like superpower is like kind of having a lead stomach. Like I've like I think I just have a lot of bacteria in my gut. You know? Like I have the rare Asian buff, not lactose intolerant, drank milk all my life, never had a problem with
Oh, did
it.
did you have the body odor thing? The low
Huh?
body odor?
No, I am disgusting.
Oh, okay.
I am disgusting. Yeah, no, not that. But my superpower is being able to eat what I want, not smell like what I want. You know what I mean? Let's just, I can eat the flowers. I can't smell like the flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's, yeah. If
Well,
only, you know?
okay, maybe that's too much of a tangent.
Nah.
No? Okay. Wipeout Ninja, though. Sticky situation. Still surviving. I don't know. I can't believe everything got together. It was rushed. It was an hour and 30 minutes late. But all 10 best of threes for 2 leagues getting on stream. That's crazy.
Yeah. Guys, if you're listening to this, guys, I casted 10! I casted 2/3 of the NAS this week. Please cast, please. I'm begging you, man. I'm begging you. I do not want to cast 10 series every single week. Please. Please, on my hands and knees. Good score by Sorcerer Supreme, though.
Yeah. I'm like the only one who knows how you feel.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This actually been like, I don't think I've put in this many like man hours into this since like freaking like season 2, when like we didn't figure everything out. Then we figured everything out, so I was like less needed. But now we need to figure out new things, so I was like really needed. You know what I mean? And you too could be needed for Bestie and Slot. If you feel like you could cast, try it out. We've got OSAS, ISS, always willing to take new casters. Saw Katone and Fresh, they were so cool.
They were so
100%
cool.
even.
Yeah, they were
100% cool.
200%.
Yeah, they were like two. I was supposed to be there for that, but like,
yeah, you completely ditched them. That was crazy.
Okay, let's be
okay,
clear.
I know why you ditched them.
I mean, these bastard RTF. Oh, I think Primetime Asher is a little bit weak compared to Era. I want to face Era instead of. I don't want to face Era instead of Primetime Asher. I'm okay with being here for
and
4
speaking
hours.
of someone who would rather face Era Spring Roll scoring on the Era goalie of IDC Groundhog Day, they're still in this set. I'm so good.
Good job. Just like, sorry, I had to. I mean, just that game was a lot. That was a crazy series. I mean, I think that has to be like a record. There's so many records in NASA Week 1, by the way.
Yeah.
It was like fastest goal, 2 seconds. Fastest game, 8 minutes.
First time Demons Raw have ever gotten 6-0.
6-0'd. Yeah, longest casting block ever. Let's not forget that one. What else? What others?
Oh, but the fastest goal clip is crazy though. Streak just like
Yeah, that one is crazy.
And Envy like foreshadows it too, right? He was talking about Streak playing perfect, and the Streak just does that in 3 seconds.
W. No, it's 2 seconds.
Yeah,
2 seconds.
Close enough. And Spring rolls with 2 points on the board now for Groundhog Day. It's a 0.5 here and a chance to take a massive lead against EBOY Entourage. And it's scary too because Wipeout Ninja still has that backup defensive flip available.
Agreed. And this is an Asher that I believe has cooldown spark as well, so just that little bit of extra cooldown, right? Not going to make a world of difference, but on that primary, yes, it'll still, you definitely will feel that in a lot of these offensive situations, and I think that makes it incredibly hard for Serapi and Sorcerer Supreme to really get some fast goals that are going to be needed if you are running an Era goalie, right? Even though Era is so incredibly strong, right? You know, in talks for top 1, if not top, definitely top 3, right? And I mean, yeah, that can happen, right? One small thing goes awry, Air is forced to take a strike war, and X is immediately going to capitalize upon that, right? So unless this draft turns out really well for Groundhog Day to maybe bolster their offensive, maybe this prime time going in the hands of the Kazan size potentially as well, right? It's going to be a very uphill battle for the EBOY Entourage.
Yeah, I think the EBOY Entourage have had their opportunity. I think they had to win earlier. But now Groundhog Day are scaling into infinity here. And even though EBOY Entourage does get the primetime pickup, get a stacks on stacks pickup, this doesn't look too great for them. I think Groundhog Day are pretty locked in.
I agree with that as well. Honestly, if I were the era, I'd be picking the recovery drone. You have what is it, Might
Might
of the
of
Colossus,
Colossus.
but it's gonna also help you contest with X in these strike wars, which is I think actually more important than giving two non-dash training buffs Flutterflies to your team. I think Flutterfly can be an overrated ability at times. I don't know. I think that's just me. I think Flutterfly is kind of overrated. I think it's one of the worst midfield.
I think it's adequately rated. I think everyone who is decent at the game does not think it is very good in a vacuum.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. So well, it sucks. So
Yeah.
I think in those situations, I would just take the size. But as of right now, Sorcerer Supreme a potential goal, but it's actually going to go really fast. Woof. Almost a scary goal here for the side of the E-Boy Entourage, but they've got an uphill battle. This specialized training is very crazy. Sorcerer Supreme's going to have to wiggle his way out of this one.
It's really tough because the survivability has been yoinked away, right? Well, survivability won't help you with standing on that, but
100%.
uh, yeah, absolutely. So true, bestie. What's the other one? Truth nuke. There we go. And Serapi
That's what
about to
I
drop a
say.
truth nuke onto the bottom side of the net, followed up by Sorcerer
Oh!
Supreme. Bang. What else is there?
That was awesome casting what we just did. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Oh my god, yo, you know, we need like a master list of like comfort words for when we specifically need to cast like other casters. You know what I mean?
That's true. Also, did you? I talked to Fresh about casting earlier, and the one thing about comfort words is that they will only stand out if they are long.
Really?
Yeah,
I
the
feel like
reason.
100% is kind of short, and my comfort word is now, which stands out a lot.
Well, you say now like with extra emphasis, so it stands out. But like stuff like I mean is like two
Uh,
syllables, right?
uh-huh.
Compared to yeah. So when a caster says yeah, it doesn't make them a yaher, you know? It just makes them a caster who happens to use yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
If a comfort word is one syllable, I think it's like totally inoffensive. But when it gets longer than one syllable, that's when it depends.
Yeah. Also, that was me that casted 10 BO3s. Let's be clear. Saya casted like, wait, I guess Saya casted OSAS finale, so I was like 5. I think you casted 5 BO3s this
Yeah.
week.
I've casted
Yeah.
around 10-ish back when I was casting everything to fill, but not this week.
Yes!
Brickbat's the goat of this week.
Yes! I know. I don't have to work a weekend job anymore, so I can actually take weekend casts. This is so awesome. I hate working on weekends, guys. I mean, I'm never working a gig job ever again, bro. If I can help it. I'm okay with making the money that I make at my freaking dumb teacher job.
This is such like a post-show atmosphere during a best of 3.
Yeah, but like, I mean, low key, this is, I mean, 9 series. I mean, we're 10 series in. Like it's sort of a post show, like whether we like it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
think I think people watching also have noticed a change of pace, right? There's been 9 serious, of varying degrees of serious, best of 3s today, all today.
yeah, it's like variety, you know? Like sometimes we should just have like nuclear casts. You know what I mean? Like
Uh,
casts that are just
it
experimental. You know?
depends though. It depends.
I mean, this is the format to do it, right? You're only casting one BO3s. Like your whole like what's the word?
Yeah,
Your whole mind.
it's definitely something that we could like throw casters that we are less confident about into if we're like, yeah, that they can step up, but maybe they
Yeah,
don't. But speaking of
yeah.
who can step up, Groundhog Day, 3 flips on the board pretty much here, all built up, and Sorcerer Supreme looking incredibly low. 2 barriers down and instant spring rolls,
Ooh.
flipping in
Oh,
front of
that's
the net,
it.
takes out everybody, and what an ending for Groundhog Day as they finish off this incredible first game.
Damn, W spring rolls. That guy killed them. They're dead. They're dead. I mean, he scored 4 things.
Okay,
Four
guys,
things that point were scored.
clip that and don't show cut out everything else. You know, like just clip that part. Pretend that we were
We,
being serious.
we turned that on the entire time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like because like it's like when you think about it, like what's the point of these casts? And these casts are to a build the community, but also let's be clear, the real reason is so that we could play the siren song of players saying, "I'm gonna play in this league because I want to ego watch my clips," and we gave them the ego watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Anyways, that was so cool. WV's teams, they completed
Nassau could
their
never.
striker select so quickly, guys. It's like it's almost as if like they beamed it right into the next game. I mean,
Point 2
yo, drop
seconds.
Leto, take notes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very different comps this time. Sphinx, the one on the Arrow, not the player you usually see on a pick like Arrow, right? Sphinx usually playing a projectile range, whatever character, but I guess a point 2 second beam's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It makes it work like now primary, except honestly, low key a little bit better. It's actually crazy too. I think this. Okay, okay, guys. I'm gonna say it. I think we are overvaluing Era. I think she's really good. I do not think she's pick ban. I do not think she is. Back when Zentaro was like the best character. But remember when we were like saying hashtag save Zentaro, like ironically because he had like that one bug.
Yeah,
Did that bug ever get fixed? It's just a feature now, right?
It got fixed. It got fixed.
I got fixed. What?
The bug was he would stop on terrain when trying to dash over it, and that got
Right.
fixed. Yeah.
Right. Like when we unironically said it, and he had like a 100% presence in what's it in EUSL.
Okay, but
Yeah.
that was kind of fake because EU had like 100%, close to 100% presence when he wasn't as strong. But yeah, he had the same presence in Nassau too. Like it was like
Yeah,
80
like
something.
it was. Yeah, like the era is not as strong as Zentaro was then. I don't think so. I don't think Era is that strong.
But you know what would be crazy? Okay, so hear me out, okay? Since Era's not that strong, what if we reduced her cast time by another 25%, okay? All right, are you hearing me? And then
Okay, hearing you.
and then we make it linger a little bit longer so it could win interactions a little bit better, okay? And then we bring back the fan favorite idea. It's time for the tractor beam, backwards knockback. And then finally, to balance it all out, we need to remove the debuff because that thing has been so controversial. Bam.
Yeah.
That's an ability that would fit in to Omega Strikers.
I was literally thinking like I really like this to every single like person who's like nerf era. I'm like low key, you should make a deal with the devil. You keep this shit, but we remove the debuff. Like keep the buff even because the buff's actually fun to use now. But like you just keep everything about it and just remove the debuff, and you could like buff other parts too. Like if it's really that crazy, you could like if she's really that dog shit after removing the debuff, you could just like give her something else.
Well, I wasn't
But,
actually
like,
serious about that.
I'm serious about it. I think it's better. I think this character is the most fun she has ever been.
And Spring
And
Rolls
she-
is dead.
Yeah, that guy died. But you know what will die? Era if this shit gets reverted. Low key.
I don't think it's getting reverted.
I don't know. I feel like a dementia patient who has this like that moment of clarity. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the terminal clarity.
Yeah,
I mean?
but I'm not a dementia patient, so like I can't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, has anyone ever do you know about Everywhere at the End of Time?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I listened to that entire thing, and I had a talk with my roommate because I played it like at like fucking 11 at night, like, and I didn't know it was loud because I played it on my phone. So like this guy who did not know what Everywhere at the End of Time was just like heard me just playing this shit at like 11. He's like, "What the fuck is like? Who is he?" Like
You're playing it like out loud, like not headphones,
Yeah,
like speakers.
not headphones. No, not headphones.
Out of all the albums to play out loud.
Well, I just like, well, I mean, it's long. Like, what? I'm not gonna like, like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit there the whole time. Like, what? I mean, what? I'm gonna do my fucking chores while I'm gonna listen to it.
Do you have like wireless
What, did you-
earbuds, headphones?
No.
Okay, all good.
Well, I do, but I didn't want to have them in my ears for like 11 hours.
Well, you know who can get it done for 11 hours? It's Groundhog Day at the end of this incredibly long league broadcast. They're 2 points up already, a game up, looking to cement their win first in Nasty here. Versus Supreme already brought incredibly low spring rolls, healing up. The brawlers mirrored on each side of the world, and so many flips available for the EBOY entourage. They cash out one barrier, looking for two, but spring rolls helping defend, and Sphinx as well, reinforcing the barrier. Second barrier going down. IDC had a flip available, a bit of an unforced error. Big opportunity for Groundhog Day to turn this entire thing around.
Yeah, good corner offense right now. CRP almost getting knocked off, but you're gonna have to defend this core flip. An amazing reaction here by IDC. The piercing shot coming through him as well. Actually, a serendipitous bounce here on Sphinx to now make this corner offense possible. The NATO comes through as we enter overtime. Spring Rolls passing up to himself, going to be intercepted by IDC, but Syrupy able to defend a very dangerous core flip. Sorcerer Supreme now have the opportunity to walk forward, dashes past the core, unfortunately, but there's still plenty of time here. Good piercing shot, actually knocking Spring Rolls out of the play. Still an opportunity here, and yes, the pendulum swing finds the clear downwards. Serapi not able to get the strike in time. That's a set taken here by Groundhog Day yet again.
Wait, so how do you pronounce Serapi? Is it Serapi or Syrupy? Or
I don't know.
Well, I pinged them. I'm asking.
What? You're gonna have them type during their game? That's messed up.
No, I
Why are
pinged
you
them on
pinging them during
Discord.
their game?
It's during draft. It's during draft. All good. All
Uh-huh.
good. And speaking of draft, this
Yo,
is
what do we
a
do?
scary
What is this?
What?
Spark of leadership? I don't know. This Spark of leadership pickup.
Yeah,
With
this
three sparks now?
this spark of leadership pickup looks like the most useless thing ever.
Yeah.
Wipeout Ninja, you could have gone anything else in this draft.
I think I would have pressed the 1-2 punch.
I would have prepped anything else, any awakening in
Yeah.
the game over that spark of leadership. Like, it is doing nothing here.
I think it's only good if you get a Spark Exodia. Even if you get 3 sparks, it's like actually not that crazy what it shares, right?
Yeah, it's literally just about you having 3 sparks at that point, pretty
Yeah,
much.
okay.
And there are multiple sparks in that draft, so I don't
Yeah.
know. But you know what the bright side is? The silver lining. Early bird gets the worm because Groundhog
Ooh.
Day got the first set. They got the first goal of this set, and they have a lead. So this Asher doesn't really need much if they keep winning.
Yeah, W Spring Rolls, by the way, a good strike redirect there with using the Whiplash, getting exactly the place where IDC would not be able to cover it. So props to that. It really feels like he's kind of gotten his offense figured out for the series. It really feels like it's been very hard to defend him. And I think, honestly, feels like he's at kind of the highest presence here out of both rosters here in the series as well.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get it done here. Sorcerer Supreme bouncing it all over
Yeah.
the map. Has that flip available. This could be a big point for the EBOY entourage if the Centauro can get the goal. As Serapi is in position as well. The barrier being burned. Hit stun coming in. Well played by Serapi, getting the snipe onto Wipeout Ninja.
Yeah, good angle as well from Sorcerer Supreme, right? Recognizing that Wipeout Ninja's going to want to flip this, so sending it at an angle where the flip is not going to matter, and Wipeout Ninja, a little bit of panic immediately capitalize on. Going to have to start this point here with literally no energy to their name.
Yeah, and Sov actually DM'd me saying that tell this brickbat guy to listen to that album with headphones on sometime.
No.
He had the worst.
I have a
listening
job now.
experience ever.
I cannot listen to that song. I have a job now,
You should,
unfortunately.
what if you fall asleep to it?
I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, I'm gonna fall asleep to that? No. No, no, no. That sounds like a way to freaking pee myself. I think that's
Oh
no!
Speaking of
Pee yourself.
okay. This VOD is gonna be crazy. The comments on this when I upload it on Friday are gonna.
Yeah?
I'll put a disclaimer in the comments. Like I'll do a pinned comment. I'll say this was midway through hour 8 of the 10 best of 3s.
This soft guy damn me. Something going 3 times in weekend. Yeah, I casted 10. I casted 10 series this week. 1 free time.
Speaking of free time, though, that Serapi has a lot of free time. 7 more seconds after being KO'd, which means that EBOY Entourage struggling on the defense, but getting a lot of damage on Spring Rolls here. If Sorcerer Supreme can finish off that KO, that would be huge. An awkward core flip bounce, though, and the barrier is not long for this world. Sphinx gets it done. Sphinx continues pressing forward, and so much pressure into the corner. Sphinx, the corner offense. Wow. EBOY Entourage, they cannot defend against the era there.
Sorry, I was angry at Sov. I was too angry to recognize what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna look at this draft. Okay, heavy impacts is gonna go to the Centauro, which means it's gonna be denied actually by the Rasmus, which uses heavy impacts I think very well, right? The primary and the secondary are impacts, and the reduced cooldown always gonna be helpful as well. But I'm looking at interesting. I'm interested in this team player of which goalie is going to end up picking it. Hot shot for the Asher, I think, also very significant. So honestly, I feel like the 2 most impactful awakenings were actually picked up here in the second half of draft. That team player and hotshot, I think, are going to be very big and going to make both these goalies incredibly hard to get through.
Yeah, and yeah, Wipeout Ninja is gonna have a lot of defensive power. So many cooldowns available. IDC, the team player, very, very good awakening, right? But hasn't really had that much open space to get the passes down. I think Groundhog Day have done very well in constraining the open space available, but a lot of space opens up when you KO a player. So well done by EBOY Entourage.
We'll see if they can convert right now. Sphinx playing good interference right now, though, which means that that's going to buy enough time for Spring Rolls. Ooh, some scary Tycho bounces. Sets Spring Roll up potentially for a score, but it is going to be defended away at the last second. Beam comes through, which allows Spring Rolls to get a massive pendulum swing here in the corner. Sphinx, a little bit of misdirection here. Doesn't get the strike forward, but it is going to be sent back up here by Wipeout Ninja. This pass splitter now adds to the mental stack as well. Flip finally comes through. Going to go topside. Sorcerer Supreme as well. Able to meet this core. A lot of mobility flying out. Good slashing strike by Sorcerer Supreme. This is potentially an opportunity here for the EBOY Entourage.
Oh, it's still the first point, though. So what's our next topic? Oh, if we don't come
I don't
up with
know.
one quick, Spring Rolls is gonna score like that.
Yeah, W Spring Rolls.
W
Spring Rolls. Yeah. Good work. Our next topic. Oh yeah, Fresh told me to read the fact that he DM'd me live. So there you go. You owe me a sub, Fresh, you know.
What?
And by sub I mean a Subway sandwich. Oh, you know that Subway sandwich. Oh, I got a topic. That thing is like $8 now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the promotional price now is the $5 footlong. It's like the $7 footlong.
It is massive L, and I'm getting random DMs from people. Stop DMing me.
Yeah.
Freaks.
I
Okay,
don't
actually,
think
Tempo, I
I've
love you. You're awesome.
I don't think I've
W
eaten there
Tempo
like
Melon.
3 million years ago. Since,
Yeah,
3
you're
million years ago.
you're my beloved D tier. You know W Tempo Melon, undefeated.
Completely out of context. Calling someone a beloved D tier goes crazy. Imagine yeah, the Omega Strikers player tier list, my beloved D tier.
Hey, if you know what, if it was a tournament of S ranks, you would hold it down, Tempo Melon, or S plus ranks, whichever rank you are. You know what I mean?
Anyway.
Oh, Spring Rolls guy is gonna die. Or maybe he's
Yeah.
not gonna die.
Oh, Spring
Is he
Rolls?
gonna die?
Spring Rolls with the moves? Oh, Spring Rolls! What was that?
Oh,
Doesn't get
the
KO'd. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, it's over.
okay. Well,
It's
you got a
over.
flip out of it, so like W, low key, still a W.
Yeah, it is a W as long as they can hold. But Wipeout Ninja, oh, it doesn't quite get the strike there, but does have the defense going. Good strike towards the center. Well done, Wipeout Ninja. Good decision making there. Important as the goalie in these claustrophobic situations. Strike to the top side, barely works out. The bounce to the center, looking very, very scary. And eventually, Serapi will find enough opportunities with the piercing shot. EBOY Entourage not out of this just yet, especially with the energy they have, but they gotta be careful because Groundhog Day so close to closing this one out.
And they're gonna need these resources as well, right? This is an Asher with hot shot. Already one barrier get it down and a bit of a misclear, but still got one to work with at least here. Flip comes through, but I don't think that's the flip that you're gonna want. So many cooldowns here for Wipeout Ninja, gonna make it so hard to find anything. One barrier at least goes down for now, but the Whiplash is there. The second one doesn't actually follow. IDC some good usage of the abilities, and now this is gonna be a power play for the side of EBOY Entourage.
Yeah. Well, it's 1-1. We have time. Next topic.
Oh yeah. So I gained like 5 pounds because of Teacher Appreciation Week because I just kept getting like sugary goods. Like I got, oh my gosh, and I had a really awkward situation because I went to, like, I was gifted this like sarsaparilla, which is like a certain style of root beer, right? But it came in like what essentially is like a beer bottle.
Oh.
So it looked like a beer bottle, but it was sarsaparilla that I got from Teacher Appreciation Week. So I was literally drinking it, and a parent came up to talk to me while I was drinking it, and they like looked at it for a second, and I'm like, and I was like, I literally like nonchalantly said like, oh, like this was given to me for Teacher Appreciation Week, but I did not add the fact that it was root beer. So there was like this 10-second awkward situation where like they're like, you were gifted like alcohol by a parent and you are drinking it while like on campus, like, but as of right now. Speaking of drinking on campus,
No, no, no,
IDC
no,
right
no,
now.
not that one, not that one. Speaking of being gifted here, Spring Roll's being gifted an opportunity, but IDC taking it away. An amazing clear to the other side. Flip still available for Spring Rolls, but the health bar dwindling a little bit here. Got to be careful. The Serapi bounces. Good back pass over to Sorcerer Supreme. Looking for the lineup and Wipeout Ninja a little bit too early with the strike as EBOY Entourage 1 point away from staying alive here.
Good use of the Crystal Thorns, recognizing that Wipeout Ninja would have to make a pretty tough save, right? Using that secondary in a pinch can be mechanically demanding, right? Even though, as you know, all the jokes we like to say about Asher, it is something that you actually do have to time and aim. And under a situation like that, an amazing flip though. Spring Rolls harsh stops all debate. Wipeout Ninja as well, running forward. This is a very aggressive play coming out from Groundhog Day.
All right. Well, they can't win the game here, so well, we can afford to greed one more topic.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I recently went to 2 graduations. I went to the high school graduation for my students and a graduation for my last friend to graduate from college. And what's really crazy too is I waited for 3 hours because it was ASU, AK, and it was the biggest. It was the engineering college, which is the biggest, like subgroup of graduates or a subgroup of students. So I literally sat there for 3 hours, and I was on my phone. I actually missed him being called up. So
you suck.
I'm fake as shit, by the way.
You're
But
so
we were also
fake.
talking about things that like were crazy. Like you get one opportunity, right? It's gonna be live streamed and recorded for people to remember you. This is how your parents are gonna remember one of the biggest moments of your life. Um, and like you could do whatever you want, right? So people were going up there like hugging their closest friends, and they were like high fiving like their comrades. But there were some awesome ones, like showing a temporary tattoo of a rival college is one of them. Another one, someone did like a freaking persona pose. Someone did the gritty. But I'm thinking that if you wanted to be remembered, what would you do if you could choose one thing to be remembered at for your graduation if you're gonna walk on that stage? One thing. Like what? That's
One
crazy
thing?
that you have to like be remembered by. You know what I mean? Like you want your friends when you're like 35 to be like, haha, funny story about Saya. Like this guy did this at his graduation. It was crazy, glizzy blizzy, and you tell it to like your kids and they like groan because you're so lame, but like you're really cool.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
well.
W.
Speaking of being fake, like brickbat, Wipeout Ninja, a little bit fake there, unable to get to the core in time in the top corner. That means Serapi's the one who gets to show off in this draft. First pick here, and a lot of choices available. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know, actually. This draft is weird, but definitely going to deny that prime time.
Yeah, and
Wait,
speaking of draft, oh,
that's prime time Hotshot Asher.
oh no, it's a moment of silence.
That's prime time Hotshot
Yep.
Asher.
I'm gonna let this one sink in.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
EBOY
Yep.
Entourage might have made a bit of a mistake here. Even though it's 2 Sparks, that's
Yep.
primetime Hotshot Asher.
Well, best of luck to E-Boy Entourage. But speaking of draft, also let's talk about how Saya draft dodged the question.
Okay.
And did not give a proper response.
I have a
here
story
coming
this
into the
time
second
that's
set.
related. During
Uh,
during my high school graduation, you know, like, no, so I went to this massive high school, and
Okay.
I think we rented like the U.S. Open tennis court or something for
Whoa.
the high school graduation, and
Cool.
it was like this massive venue, and all my friends were being called up, and then I realized like there were people out there like cheering. So whenever one of my friends got called up, I would just like yell their name and just clap really loudly, and the people next to me started doing that too, and we just like started doing that for everybody.
You just like go Dave, yes, go Aaron, and go Adam. Good work. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be clear, I did not know like a good half of the people up there because there's like 1,000 students per grade at this high school.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Dang,
But
that's crazy.
but we were cheering for everybody that day, and
Yeah.
but
Hey, that was a crazy Tycho bounce, right?
yeah.
Tycho bounce that Flop just did. Yeah, that was just awesome.
That was awesome. And Sphinx also could be KO'd pretty soon here, but Flop is not close to that particular KO. Pressuring the barrier quite a bit, but that last barrier is going to be a challenge. It's primetime Hotshot Asher you're dealing with. And Wipeout Ninja, the world is his oyster. He's like a college graduate.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just like a college graduate. Unfortunately, the side of EBOY Entourage has to clock in their 9 to 5 to potentially get this final barrier. What? Their soulless office job of trying to get through a barrier with primetime. I mean, look at that! Look at that! What are you doing? EBOY Entourage, this is a form of self-harm. Like, what is that?
Wipeout Ninja made good decisions in choosing his major. The primetime and hotshot combined is going to get him a good salary. While EBOY Entourage, it looks like they're security guards. All good. Nothing against security guards, by the way. Their logo's cool. Their logo's like the only tolerable multi-person logo until Pudat and Sons.
Wait, this freaking this Patat story. Do you see this? Wait, at my high school graduation a week or so ago, they told us that they had to hold our applause or so for every single graduate, starting like 50 people in. We clapped a single time as a holding of our applause. So it's just one big ominous clap per person. That is awesome. Wait, we need to start doing that. Like,
what if we do that?
Normalize clapping.
What if we do that for the next goal? We just like clap.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, let's just remember that and talk about something else.
Wait, no, Discord's not gonna pick it up.
It's gonna pick it up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, this is awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean,
That's like an ominous. I'm just imagining like 1,000 people just clapping like one time. That's freaking. That's so great.
and
Okay,
speaking
anyway,
of getting
sorry.
clapped one time, EBOY Entourage, they're only gonna base Groundhog Day once in the regular season. They gotta make it count before the ominous clap will seal their.
The ominous clap. That's awesome. Oh my god. I think we're getting like these. We need to have oh my god, we need like a caster award. If we had a caster award, it would be like craziest transition would absolutely be one. But like if we had it, I'm like I don't know if I could trust like our community with that. You know what I mean? Like people would just be trying to farm caster awards and say like the most crazy shit.
Well,
So,
let's be clear. I don't think either of us need awards to farm crazy transitions.
that's true. That's true.
Well, yeah, we do that for free.
That's true. Speaking of no, that's bit me. Yeah. Wait, did that pick up?
Okay. This could be the final goal. Mental reset. Serious mode.
Okay.
This is what everyone will clip, okay? So this is the real one. This is the real one. Wipeout Ninja in a bit of trouble, but with that primetime hotshot, no trouble at all. So many barrier beams available, probably already back and off cooldown by now. Another charge is still available. That one barrier is never going to fall down, as two barriers are being threatened on the side of EBOY Entourage. Spring Roll's almost dead, but almost not going to do it here, as the KO not confirmed. The bounce around the world, dodging away from IDC, comboed and bounced to the bottom side of the map, to the top side, everywhere. EBOY Entourage, they got to make the most of this power play here.
Yeah, but this is still primetime Asher, but a little bit of a slip up by Wipeout Ninja. An amazing pass, actually, potentially, but no. Still has the cooldowns to work with, a flip as well. IDC with possession of the core, but you've got to defend against Spring Rolls. A good perfect pitch, sends the core forward, but Sorcerer Supreme able to get the right place at the right time, sends it to the bottom side, and got a point here for EBOY Entourage.
That was really cleanly played by Sorcerer Supreme, and of course Serapi feeding on the top side as well, so that was well done, but they're going to need a lot more of that, and that primetime hotshot Asher is just going to be the same thing over and over again. Right now, though, not quite getting the strikes they need to make the clears. A lot of damage onto Sphinx, taken out already as a barrier falls on the other side. Spring Rolls looking to make the 1v3. Not quite enough here. IDC, almost a flip built up as well. Not enough range on the side of Groundhog Day to snipe anything out. And on the other side, Serapi doing the exact opposite. Open net now, the primetime hotshot Asher a lot less scary in this situation. Almost overextending, that's so many cooldowns burned. The pass to the top side, but Spinks is there to help follow up. Groundhog Day survive, but IDC still has that flip, doesn't burn it, and Spring Rolls is in position. EBOY Entourage, they're in trouble all of a sudden.
Right now, cooldown's going down left or right. This is going to come down to it. The pendulum swing, though. Only need one thing. A single clap, if you would, to get through IDC. Groundhog Day. Do it again, just like the Groundhog, and take a second game here, giving themselves a Series 1 victory here in the North American Strikers training grounds.
It's kind of crazy that it's like NAST and T is one letter, but like it's training grounds.
Yeah, but like NAST sounds terrible. Like, I don't know if I want to say that word live anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, why did I put this here? It's the end of the stream. Oh, well, I guess we can watch it.
Yeah, awesome. Like, it's okay. It's like, it's like, we should do it, right? Yeah.
Who are we rating?
Oh, that's a good question. Is that like, it's like midnight?
It's like midnight, but there are a lot of people.
There are a lot of people. We did Swift Star King yesterday. There's CG Cruiser. Oh, Peewis, with a completely incomprehensible stream name, and with this overlay that says President Peewis. Wait, this is crazy. He lost the point though. He just lost the game. Oh, W Orange and Black. Orange and Black just took it with the air goalie. That guy's been spamming it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if one broken primary didn't do it for you and Asher.
The other day, I pinged Peewis to push up, and they responded, "Stop pinging me," and then we won the game when they pushed up.
Fucking based. Honest, low key though. Fucking low key. If someone better than you gives you advice, telling them to shut up and taking the advice is kind of like fucking based. Low key, right?
Yeah, and then we won, which makes it even better.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think you should do that more. Like, tell your local pro leaguer to fuck off and then follow their advice. You just like do that. Like you just do that.
Yeah, well, thanks everyone for watching all 10 best of 3s that were streamed today. If they all go to game 3, I think we're doomed.